If you clicked on this video, you probably want to learn Mace PvP.
I do.
Well, you come to the right video, because today I'm going to be teaching you how to do every single technique. Well, not every single technique, but a few of the main techniques you're going to need to start your journey of Mace PvP. This is all coming from someone who knows relatively what they're doing, and I haven't tier tested, but I would say I'm around high tier to low tier 4 or 3. I'm going to be teaching you how to do the basics, pretty much, like elytra macing, stun slamming, breach swapping, sword swapping. Make sure to subscribe, and without further ado, let's begin. Just a disclaimer, if you're trying to use a, if you want to learn a good way to learn how to play Mace PvP or just PvP in general, I recommend Theobald the Bird's practice map. This one's really good for like Mace, Sword, Cart, any single game mode, any game mode you can think of, it'll be in here. If you don't want to get that one, you can use Patil's practice map. I use this quite a lot, but this one's typically mainly for Mace, as it has a stun slam area, a breach swap area, and a free play area where you can do whatever you want. So I use this quite a bit, but just to keep you guys familiar with everything, I'm going to be using Theo's one. Yeah, once you load in, it should look a bit something like this. Well, not with these chests, but it will look something like this without the chest. I'm going to show you first the settings you might want to use for Mace. Resistance, unlimited resistance, so you can't die. Auto refill I turn on. I'd use NPC. You can use whatever you want for this, but I think my one is Netherite. I don't know. Neth Hub, I have this on. I typically just keep that on. Shield stunning, yes, you want that on, obviously. Shielding, yes, obviously. Well, actually, for now we'll keep it off, but if we'll turn it on later when we're stun slamming. All of these off. That off. I turn this on, and I would turn prot legs on too. So that's basically all of the settings you're gonna need, pretty much, to practice your mace. Down to the kit. So typically this one and this one are both mace, but I think this one is more spear mace if I'm right. And this one's bed PvP, and then we got Cart, obviously, Theo's signature. Put whatever you want. I've got my maces in here. Wait, I need to swap. My maces, my elytra, my shield, my wind charges, fireworks, armor, everything you want. So just to get the kit, you press the button. Just any button gives you a kit. Any kit you want. But I'm going to be using my one, obviously. So this will be the guy you're fighting, Theobald bot. So typically you just press start, and as you picked NPC, he will not move nor attack you. You can just do whatever you want. You can just do whatever you want without the fear of him attacking you. So the first thing you want to know is obviously sword swapping, right? Because come on, it's a basic trick that everyone wants. It's the basic trick everyone wants to know now. Because you can one-tap any enemy that you want. You could just one-tap any person who's in your way. So typically that would be like the first thing anybody would have to learn in Sword PvP. Or in Mace PvP. Because it helps you with stun slamming, comboing, actually. It helps you a lot with the elytra macing. It helps a lot more than you think. Because you have to like click so much, so it will typically teach you how to like do that good. So to sword swap, what you do, throw a wind charge. Actually, wait, this is a normal wind charge. You don't go too high, so you're not going to really pop unless they're obviously half health like that. But if you jump and wind charge, you go a lot more higher, which will like initially give you the pop every single time you want it. Obviously that's not working because he's obviously got full he's obviously popped, so he's going to be low on health. But yeah, to go higher, you just jump and wind charge, and then you just go, pretty much. There's not really much to that either. You just jump and wind charge at the same time. Okay, now for the actual sword swap. You want to wind charge, go to your sword, and when you're about to swing, swap to your mace keybind at the same time. So it's basically, think of it as like button mashing, but you don't want to spam click like this because you get rid of the sharpness effect. That's why when people wind charge, you see like the little sword thing when you swing or swap to a weapon, it charges up, right? You see that? You typically want that charged up. People don't necessarily teach you that, but it just gives it a bit more damage. So you can just keep chaining your hits a lot nicer and it'll do a lot more damage. Typically. But, okay, you see it charged up. What do you do now? So basically what you do is you press left click and your density or breach mace keybind at the same time to do maximum damage. So you basically want to left click and press your mace button at the same time. So you swing and swap. Like if you look, swing and swap, swing and swap, swing and swap. You can do that with a breach mace too. Swing and swap, swing and swap, swing and swap. So with that, you can typically just do maximum damage. Like you saw he was on 20 hearts. And just with that breach hit there with the sword swap, it got him down to 6 hearts. So typically, if I went a bit higher, I would slime him out with the 1 breach hit. So yeah, that's typically like a nice way to do things. That's like the main thing you need to learn. Any Mace PvPer will tell you this is the thing you need to learn. Oh yeah, and also, before learning anything, learn sword, please. Just really learn sword. Just learn how to actually swing a sword, bruh. Because if you don't know, then you're going to be so buns. I'm going to just say it now. You're not going to know what to do. Alright, so now you know how to do that. You could do it with an axe too. So, boom, 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 boom. Alright, anyways. Now on to stun slam. No, breach swap. We'll do breach swapping first because it'll just be better. So to breach swap, you want a breach mace and a sword or an axe, but typically you want to use sword. Obviously, it's just easier for PvP because to actually sword swap or axe swap, you have to wait for the little sword thing to charge up there to actually hit them and actually hit a breach swap. So people use sword because it just charges a lot quicker for people. With no strength, by the way, so. Strength or not, it doesn't really matter. I'm not using strength, so it should typically, if you know you're doing something right, if you pop them in about 4 to 5 hits, I think. 3 to 4, actually. I think it's 3 to 4 hits, something like that. I don't remember, with no pops. And full prop 4, I think it's like 3 to 4 hits. But okay, basically what you want to do is go from your sword or your axe to your breach mace. Like, you know how earlier I showed you how you want to press your left click and your mace button at the same time to sword swap, right? You want to do the same thing but with your breach mace. And try not to focus on quickly like swapping it back to 1 as quick as you can. Like if you look in my hotbar, I'm swapping really quick. Don't try and do that. That will mess up your breach hits. I will tell you that from experience. I used to play like that. I used to do it really quick and I could never actually hit the breach swap. It's because like it's just the rush of you trying to like charge it up and actually try and hit them. It kind of messes you up. So I recommend you don't swap too quick, like as quick as you can, like I'm doing right now. Like as you can see, I'm legit messing it up right now. Typically just take your time, just do the crit, wait if you need with your breach, and then just like jump about, swap. Just when you get good, you can typically just go quicker to the crit hit, to the crit sync. You can just do that. But if you're starting off, I recommend just doing it slowly, like so. You're just trying to like crit them out, like trying to crit sync to pop their totem, basically. So that's basically breach swapping. Not much to it. I recommend you also in PvP situations move about when breach swapping so you don't get knocked back. You don't get hit with a knockback sword or something and you just get pushed back. Because knockback sword, you'll get pushed back here and you won't be able to actually breach swap. Because breach swap is like kinda, I wouldn't say risky, but it's like kinda hard because you can't really just like focus on your combos. You have to like wait, but you have to like, it's like slower. Like you can see here how slow I'm doing it, and then when I'm playing like normal sword, I can just like hold spacebar and just crit as much as I want, basically. Because obviously I know, oh, I'm gonna be able to like, I'm obviously gonna be able to like just do it, because when you jump, it takes the same time to jump and charge up the sword, the little sword thing. So typically, that's why professionals move about, do it slower than just trying to like this is me trying to like sword swap with a crit thing, like just critting normally. You can't do it. So that's why breach swapping you have to do slower, because you're obviously charging up the mace indicator too. When you're basically swapping, you're charging up the indicator for the breach one, so it cancels out the indicator for the sword, like right here, basically. So yeah, that's basically how you breach swap. I'm going to show you how to stun slam. So let me get that bot up. Let me get the shield ready, and I'll come back to you. Okay. And as you can see, have a shield up. They'll always be looking at you, so you can stun slam. Typically. Yeah. So let me teach you how to actually stun slam. So to stun slam, you can either drag click your mouse to break the shield. Like, I'll show you a drag click right now. Oh, wait. This is a butterfly click one. Typically the same, but if you play your cards right, you can do it. You can swap from your axe to your mace so much more quicker. It's so nice. Like that. You can do it really quick, but I don't recommend butterfly clicking, because when you have to go to the like top where it's really light on your mouse, and you can't really control your mouse too well. So what I do is I jitter click. If you know what that is, it's like you like, I don't really know how to explain. You just like kind of like, I don't really know, you like vibrate your finger or something, and you just click really quick, like quick enough that you can stun slam without any worries. Basically, it helps with higher stun slams too, believe it or not, like that. Basically, yeah. So actually, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, this is how you actually do the stun slam. So you basically, people tell you to just double click your mouse, which you can essentially do if you want like a cleaner fill when you're fighting. Well, towards you, if you want a cleaner fill. But if you want to just like ensure you're gonna stun slam, I just recommend spam clicking. It's just so much more easier. People tell you, oh, just double click, because one hit, because double click, and double clicking you'll break the shield, and then when you're on the second click you swap to your mace too, which I'm doing right now, and I can tell you it does work. But as a newbie, that made me struggle, because I was stuck on stun slamming for so long. I was stuck on it for that long that I quit, because I thought I would never get good at mace because I couldn't stun slam. And then I learned that you can just spam click and it does the same as it does a stun slam. So typically you can either do both. For low ones, I typically just double click, but higher ones I'll just spam click to get the job done. typically. So yeah. If you're new, spam click. Okay, so wind charge, swap to your axe, spam click, and then when you hear this noise, the shield breaking, that's when you swap to your mace. That's like a signal going, oh, you can swap to your mace now. Typically. Yeah, so that's typically how I learned how to stun slam, spam clicking and here waiting for the break sound. And then after a while, you'll be able to stun slam, typically nice. And then as you get better, you can go higher and higher, and then you'll get to the point where you're stun slamming so high, you're popping people with just a stun slam like that. Like that as well. And then it will also get to a point that you can like elytra mace into it. Like, I don't think I'm able to do that just yet, but oh, I did it. I'm actually the goat, bruh. Oh yeah, another thing, if you can't do something that someone better can do, like Wembu, Dolphin, Kalel, like them type of people, don't get sad. They're higher tiers. Like Kalil's high tier 1. Dolphin's good as well. I don't know what tier he is, and Wembu, I don't know what tier, but he's good too. Just don't get too mad at yourself if you can't do something that they can do, or even your friends can do, because if they've typically been playing for longer than you. Like, Wembu's been playing since, like, 1.8. He's been playing for so long. So he's obviously going to be better than you. Like, what? Anyways, that's basically the stun slam. So, let's get onto the moment you've all been waiting for. The elytra mace. I've taken away Theobald's shield, just to show you the elytra mace a lot better. So, let me turn the tick rate down just to show you in a better way. So, to elytra mace, swap to your elytra, firework up, swap to your chest plate, back to your elytra, and just before you're about to touch them, swap back to your chest plate and spam click your mace. And I mean spam click. Because people say it's about timing, and it really is. If you're good, you just rather time it. Like, for me, I used to just rather time it, but I used to miss up more than spamming. But I spam click just to typically just, like, ensure I got the hit, you know? Just to ensure you've hit them with the mace and pop them. So, I'll show you again. Swap to your elytra, firework up, put your chest plate on, elytra back on. Just before you're about to hit them, swap to your chest plate, and you will do as much damage as you can. You can also do it vertically, diagonally, so I'll show you vertically, because why not? So elytra on, firework up, chest plate on, elytra back on, just before you're about to hit them. Just put on your chest plate. Yeah, okay. Okay, a typical way to do it is keybinds. Keybinds is what's going to save you so much. Keybinds are going to save you. I'm talking to you, yeah. It will save I've just left. Right, anyways. Yes, controls will save you. I will show you mine. Mine are a bit weird. You probably won't want to use them. But essentially, these are my keybinds. I got 1, 2, 3. And instead of 4, I got X. And then the 5th slot, F. Top mouse button, bottom mouse button. Tab, Q, E. Obviously, to swap item in inventory, I got R. I know it's weird, but that's how I've got used to it. You can use them if you want, but I don't know if it will fit for you. Typically, I made them not for 100% keyboard, because keyboards also make a difference, so I didn't make it for 100% keyboard. I made it for 60%, I think. And then I swapped to 100 for a bit, and then I'm using my old 60% keyboard that I made the keybinds with right now, just so I can make this video, really. Because I don't really use this keyboard anymore. And I got a new one, so, and it's a lot better. So. It doesn't matter what mouse and keyboard you use pretty much every time. I use a Glorious Mother Low as a mouse, and I just use some like I use a Crosshair mouse keyboard. I use Core K70 keyboard. It's just so much nicer. But right now I'm using my like first ever keyboard when I got new to Electrum right now. But yeah, that's how you Elytra Mace. And just before we end, I'm gonna teach you how to chain like this. Yeah, okay, I can't mute. Yeah, that's basically how you chain pretty much. There's a few chains there, but I don't typically do it. It's not too worth it, but it's quite nice. It's quite satisfying to do. But anyways, turn my tick right back down for you, just so I can teach you. So you typically just want to do the normal Elytra Mace, how I showed you. Yeah, just Elytra Mace how I showed you guys. And then once you hit them, once you have hit them, and you've gone back in the sky like this, put your Elytra back on, firework into them, put your chest plate back on, and spam click your mace again. The chest plate on, firework, chest plate back on. Wait, no, I said that completely wrong. I'll show you. So okay, so let me just let this run out. Right, okay, oh, I've just maced. Whatever will I do? Put your Elytra on, firework into them, chest plate on just before you're about to hit them. Spam click with your your mouse to get the hit. If you're in a situation like that, just wait for them to hit the ground. Okay, so Elytra Mace like normal. Elytra on. Firework into them just before you're about to hit them, chest plate, and just keep chaining that as much as you can, but I'm just doing that in slow-mo just to show you. I'm not doing it in slow-mo so you can. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't typically, because when I was learning Elytra Mace and just Mace in general, I got so used to playing in slow rounds, I let my guard down and I had like no reaction time to be able to do it. So I was just playing like this all the time. Yeah, it just makes you so much worse than what you can do. So I just play on the normal tick rate, to be honest. Because you'll get more used to it than just playing really slowly. Really slowly will mess you up a lot. But anyways, that's basically everything. There's not really anything to teach. If I missed something, let me know. But yeah. Alright. I'll see ya. See ya.